Hello and welcome to this edition of Wolves Weekly. I'm Danny Barnes, Sports Information Director at Western Oregon. I'm here today with head baseball coach Jeremiah Robbins. Jeremiah, it's been quite a while since we talked, and there's been some pretty impressive performances out there on the mound for you. Talk to me a little bit. Let's go first of all with your pitching staff and the no-hitter performed by Blake Keitzman.
Yeah, that is a feat in itself right there. Blake going in and, I talked to you a little bit after the game about, there's a little bit different no-hitter when it's 5, 6, 7 nothing compared to a 1-0 no-hitter. And, Blake took it on his shoulders, did a phenomenal job. And I tell you, it's tough to do, to throw a no-hitter, especially against a team the game before had 19 hits. He came out and commanded 3 pitches, worked both sides of the plate, and just did a phenomenal job. And our defense behind him made a bunch of routine plays very nicely and kept us right in it. Nice to see Kyle Bull come up with the big knock there to run one out of the yard to put us up 1-0. And our guys just stayed with it, stayed resilient, and kind of rode on Blake's shoulders for that game. Just a phenomenal effort by him.
And even more impressive to me was no walks. It was one batter over the minimum, and the only 2 people that reached were on hit by pitches, which is pretty strong feat in and of itself. But you've also been getting strong pitching from the top. You're number 1 right now. The guy that's pitching the first game, Mike Ward, giving you 2 very strong performances at home.
Mike is doing everything we've asked. He's taken over that number 1 spot. Obviously taking a little bit of pressure off Blake, letting Blake go the short game, which is, so far has panned out well for both those young men. Even in the Billings series and in Blake's game, we should have picked him up offensively. He pitched very good that game against Montana State Billings. We should have won that game if we would have added some offense in. So, that's 2 weekends in a row. We've had 2 very good starts from both those guys. Mike Ward comes out, and we took him out, I believe, in the 7th. He's up 9-3 in that game. He got a little bit tired. We were looking at pitch counts too, and we didn't want to extend him. We felt pretty comfortable with a 9-3 lead. Obviously, our bullpen needs to help us out a little bit there, but they're just battling. They're commanding 3 pitches. They're working both halves of the plate, which when you got guys that can consistently do that, you're going to have some good outings. So we're very pleased with their efforts.
And I noticed really for the first time this year, you did a major lineup overhaul. You had Bo up in the number 4 spot, dropped Cesar Lopez down, and it seemed both those guys as well as a lot of the team really responded to having maybe a little different lineup in there. Tell me a little bit about that and some of the adjustments you made with the lineup.
Yeah, that's kind of the benefit of being able to inter-squad on your bye week, to address some situations that have kind of jumped out there a little bit of the lack of offense, and sometimes it's in the bottom of the order. So, we're trying to get Cesar going. Cesar's a very, very good hitter. Sometimes he presses a little bit, so we felt, moving him down in the order. It's the biggest thing with all of our hitters is the mental side of it, and some guys can handle hitting in certain spots a little bit better. And we did some definite adjustments this weekend, and it seems to work. That's why we put so much emphasis on that inter-squad situation of putting them in. Like Grant Glover, he batted leadoff for 4 games on our bye weekend when we inter-squadded, and he did very well. And it's up to the kids, obviously. You put them in different situations, and they responded. It was nice to see Cesar go 4 for 4 in that first game. We still have more offense. It's coming. We're going to get back to the grind this week in the cages, obviously with the weather outside. So we're going to address a few issues, get them back on videotape, break down a few swings, and get this thing going. It's time for us to make a little bit of a run here. So we're excited about that. We're excited about our lineup. We're excited about how our hitters responded this last weekend with the change of lineup. And we had Cody Reeves at first base. I thought he did a phenomenal job for us there defensively. So we're excited, for sure.
And Garrett Breda looked like he got kind of back to his form from last year, peppering that wall, got 3 doubles in that first game, and I think he went 2 for 2 in the second one. He also had a very impressive performance. You got a couple of wins right there though as well, and were able to grab a lead back in the GNAC conference. And you'll continue this week again up at Central Washington. Tell me a little bit about that squad up there.
You know, the thing that we tell our players is we never look at a team's schedule or a team's record. Central Washington is a very, very good team. You know, they've been in some games this year that they've ended up losing, but they're a quality club. You know, they've got the veteran of the GNAC and head coaches in Desi Story up there, and he does a phenomenal job with his guys. And we know we got our work cut out for us. They got 3, 4 very good starting pitchers. I know their number 1 is very good. The Gellum kid, he's kind of been a hard luck loser this year for them. And they've got some offense. And then when you're playing at Central Washington at their yard, you know, the ball tends to carry a little bit more there. Right field's a little bit shorter than what we've played in before. So, you know we got to go up there and obviously on the pitching side keep the ball down, and as hitters stay focused and be ready to hit fastballs inner half, outer half, and they come right at you. Their pitching staff comes right at you, so we've got to be prepared for that, and we know they're a very good club.
What else are you going to focus on the rest of this year, especially in league play?
I think the biggest thing is, you know, finding, you know, we talked a little bit about it, I believe 2 weeks ago, the will to win, and you know, it showed up this last weekend against St. Martin's. You know, we're up 9-3, and the next thing you know, it's tie game, and we found a way to win that game in extra innings, which was good from a guy that was 0 for 5 going into his last at bat. So that was good, and then Kietzmann comes in and throws a 1-0 no-hitter. So, you know, that will to win is definitely starting to show up. We're going to continue to focus on that. We're starting to get a few arms healthy, which we're excited about. Mike Cusick is ready to come back and pitch. Jared Thompson is ready to go. So we're definitely excited that we're finally going into battle with definitely a fully loaded weapon. So we're going to continue to battle in the cages when we can get in them, and if we're outside, we'll focus on some good inner squads and get ready to make a run in a very competitive league.
Well, we'll look forward to watching Jeremiah Robbins and the Western Oregon baseball team the rest of the year. And thanks to you today for joining me, Coach Robbins. I'm Danny Barnes. Thanks for joining us on this edition of Wolves Weekly.